way of increasing strength is optimizing neurological efficiency. Remember the analogy I gave you earlier about the muscles being like a factory. Bigger muscle equals a bigger factory with more employees. So the potential to produce is higher. Okay? If you have more people doing the job, then technically you should be able to do bigger job, produce more. Now, if those employees are lazy, or if these employees decide not to show up for work, even if on paper you have lots of employees, you're not able to make them work, so you won't be able to live up to your potential. If you make the analogy with training, that would be the capacity to recruit muscle fibers. So even though the muscle is big, if you cannot recruit as many fibers as possible, then you won't be able to produce strength up to your potential. Now, if those employees do show up, but they don't work together, okay? Everybody's his own island, he does his job and he doesn't care what the other people do, while you will not either be able to live at your potential, produce strength as much as possible. So same thing with your muscles. So that is intramuscular coordination, which is the second neurological factor. So you have to coordinate the muscle fibers within the muscle to be able to produce as much force as you could. The third factor, well, if you look at the factory again, let's say that you are producing a car, and your factory produces the engine, while you have another factory producing the car's body. Now, even if you work really well, if you don't coordinate well with the other factory, then you won't be able to produce a lot of cars. Same thing with training. If my muscles are working well, but they are not working well together, then the result will not be optimal either. That is intermuscular coordination. And then you also have the Golgi tendon organ that factors into that. So that's the job of the coordinator, the foreman, to make sure that everybody is working well together, that everybody is working hard. And that's the same thing with muscle. The nervous system makes sure that you are capable of recruiting as many muscle fibers as possible, making sure that those fibers twitch as hard and as fast as possible. That would be like, okay, I have lots of employees working, but they are all lazy. Well, you want them to be hardworking. That is firing rate. Boom, boom, boom. Then you want to be able to make those employees work well together, intramuscular coordination. And you want to make your factory work well with other related factories. That's intermuscular coordination. So the neurological factors in training are best trained with heavier weights or explosive work. The more force you have to produce, the more the nervous system is coming into play. So that's where the heavier lifting comes in. But even though it is the most rapid way of gaining strength, lifting heavier weights will get you stronger fast. That's pretty obvious. But if you don't have the muscle mass, and if you don't have the technical efficiency first, then working on the neurological aspect, it can lead to injuries and submaximum results. I mean, even if you're very, very efficient, but you don't have the muscle mass, and if you lift like shit, you won't be able to lift big weights. So every factor is important, every technique works, but it has to be used with the right person at the right time. Don't use all the most advanced neurological methods with an athlete that is 135 pounds soaking wet. You're not using the right tool to do the job. You have to understand that yes, the maximum effort method works, and explosive lifting works, but it has to be used at the right time with the right person. So that's the third way of increasing strength.